Strategically located in the heart of the Irish Sea, the Isle of Man became an important Viking centre between the 9th and 13th centuries, standing out as one of the most influential yet least known Scandinavian kingdoms in the medieval world. The Vikings first arrived on the Isle of Man around the year 800 during the early phase of their maritime raids on the British Isles. Initially, their incursions were marked by swift attacks and plundering of local populations, predominantly of Celtic and Christian origin. However, before long, the Scandinavians realized the island's strategic potential due to its central position between Scotland, England, and Ireland, transforming it into a crucial point for naval control and trade. During the 9th century, the island began to be heavily settled by Vikings, mainly of Norwegian origin, becoming an integral part of the Kingdom of Man and the Isles, a powerful Viking realm that encompassed several islands around Scotland, such as the Hebrides and other smaller ones in the Irish Sea. The capital of this Viking kingdom was established at Peel, known as Holmtown by the Scandinavians, where they built defensive fortresses and bustling trading ports. Another important site was Tynwald, where the Vikings instituted one of the oldest parliamentary assemblies still functioning in the world, known as the Tynwald Court, which dates back to the Viking era and profoundly influenced the island's social and political structure. Under Viking leadership, the Isle of Man flourished economically through maritime trade, becoming a key hub for the circulation of goods from across the Irish Sea, Scandinavia, and more distant regions. Viking coins, jewelry, and treasures found on the island bear witness to this era of prosperity and economic influence. Beyond the economy, the Viking presence left a significant cultural legacy. Old Norse strongly influenced the local language, and even today, many of the island's place names have Scandinavian origins, reflecting the deep integration of the Vikings into the daily life of its inhabitants. However, from the 12th century onward, Scandinavian influence began to decline, particularly after the Norman conquest of England in 1066 and the subsequent pressure from rival forces in the region, especially the Scots and the English. Finally, in 1266, Norwegian King Magnus VI officially ceded control of the Isle of Man and the other islands of the Kingdom of the Hebrides to Scotland under the Treaty of Perth, formally ending the Viking period of rule over the island. Today, the Viking heritage of the Isle of Man remains alive, not only in its historical and archaeological monuments, but also in local culture, serving as a fascinating testament to the Vikings' ability to establish prosperous and lasting communities, even in territories far from their homelands.